All right, let's get to Bucky. Let's go, Bucky.
That game was just hectic, regardless.
He's going to talk about a dust up he had with a ball boy on the sidelines with Shador, and then he's going to get to the Jackson State. I really like how he speaks on when they were at Jackson State.
Their coach at Texas Tech, Joey McGuire. Coach McGuire's got a ton of money. That's why Texas Tech really turned up right now.
Right.
But don't get me wrong, Coach McGuire is a great coach. He coached me at Cedar Hill in high school. He was my head coach.
Right.
So he was destined for greatness. And he deserves it because he's been doing this for a long time.
Right.
So he deserves that backing, and he deserves where he is today. So, but no, that Texas Tech is an environment like. It's a college environment that other colleges will put on the board and be like, this is how it's supposed to be.
Right.
Like, this is how game days are supposed to be. They throw the tortillas on the field.
Tortilla throwing
The whole game, dog. From the second you walk out there, they talking crazy shit. They doing this and that. That's exactly what it's supposed to be like.
Right.
You know, when other teams come play there in your stadium. It's supposed to be like that. Like, they could write a book about that. So it was already hectic. I say that to say that the game was already hectic, the whole entire game. My dad getting into it with the ref. It was just a wild game, which that's how it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
You can't pay to replicate that.
Right.
But, yeah, so I say with all that going on, you fourth quarter Shiloh score, then, you know, bro knocked the ball out of Shiloh hand after he scored.
Right.
And first of all, I didn't even see that because I'm looking, bro, I'm on the sideline, but you watch the game through this little screen right here. You got the camera and you got the little screen, you watch it through. So I don't look at the game with my own eye. I look at the game through this screen so I can make sure the footage is good. So that's all I see. And then so I look up and I see somebody in Shador's face or Shador just talking crazy to somebody or whatever. So I didn't even know what happened. I didn't even know a ball got knocked out of his hand. I didn't know anything. I just saw a kid or a person in Shador's face.
Right.
And I'm just like, nah, you tripping. You got me fucked, blah, blah.
Oh,
let me get in trouble before you get in trouble.
For sure.
You know, let me tell you about to go, in our minds, first round.
Oh, man, we're going to get to that. Oh,
you about to go first round. Let me take the fall or let me whoop this.
Yeah.
You don't, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, that's all I saw. So, no, shout out to bro.
Yeah.
He's the ball boy. Yeah, shout out to bro. He's probably a great guy.
Yeah.
It was just heat of the moment.
For sure. That happened.
I like how Bucky was given a room to fully explain himself in these situations. Even though Mr. Organic would chime in from time to time, Bucky was able to fully explain and kind of paint the picture of everything that happened. So I thought that was good. I do not like the tortilla throwing. I'll tell y'all, I didn't forget it. I saw him throwing tortillas. I was like, I don't like this. I'm like, this is ridiculous. They got to stop this. So I didn't like that. I do remember Bucky getting in the ball boy's face, which the ball boy was overzealous trying to get that football. It's like, bro, you got to relax. I like how he went to stand in if anybody was going to, you know, kind of get in trouble for the situation. He said, you know, let me fall on the sword, not you. So I like that protector, big brother energy. I got a younger brother, and it's a natural feeling. I got a younger sister, so it's a natural energy that just comes out. So shout out to Bucky for that. Also, Zedric, need to add this to the rewatch. This is the way Mr. Organic put his stuff out. He puts it out in clips, and he gives access to the full interview for people on his people of his memberships. So I'm watching the clips. I'm watching the clips. Todd Bunkin, stop calling those medium range passes. I watch the replays. Those play callers are not deceptive. Call better plays. I would say be careful. It's early. Dr. Clyde Marshall. Also, I would say remember a lot of the footage that we have is the game. Okay, got you. A lot of the footage we have is from when they were indoors, and that's not a full-length field. So Todd Monken even said in his press conference afterwards, we had to take the deep shots out of practice because it's not a full-length field. So any deep game that they were going to run, they couldn't run it indoors. And then also a lot of the clips we're seeing, they're in the red zone. So I'm not going to assume that they're not taking any deep shots or they won't take any deep shots just because I'm not seeing it. I would say look at some of the Ravens games and then kind of give yourself an idea of how the offense is going to look, because that's what I've been doing. I've been looking at Todd Monken and what he did offensively for Baltimore, and that helps me get a better idea because they're not even showing a lot of what they want to do. Denzel Boston's going to talk about how much motion they run and how many things they're doing pre-snap, and we're not seeing that. So it's definitely a lot of stuff that we're not seeing, but I would not have a negative feeling towards his play calling before we even made it to the preseason. Like, come on, man. Come on. I remember that tortilla game. We'll never forget. Yeah, it did make sense. It did make sense to me. Definitely big brother energy. Rashida. He was asking for a fight, knocking the ball out of shot on hand. Shallow, stay ready. Yeah, that dude was tripping. He was tripping. I was like, man, what's happening here? They were putting some extra stuff in the tortillas. If I recall, they had to retire it too. Yeah, I didn't understand it when I saw it. I was like, this is crazy. Throwing tortillas is ridiculous, and they need to find Texas Tech until they stop. They was throwing tortillas in water bottles. That's crazy. You was talking about the game. Got you. I believe Monken has Shador working on certain things. I agree with that. Or Jizzle. Yeah, they banned it as of October 20th, 2025. That's good because they didn't need to do that. Yeah, it was too much going on in that game. Way too much. All right, he's going to get to the Jackson State days. And I like the way he puts respect on Jackson State. Puts respect on it.
It happens. Especially, that's your real family.
Right.
So that's a different type of, connection right there. And you did the right thing. And nobody got in trouble or nothing, right?
I talked to the commissioner of the Big 12,
Okay.
all my people. Shout out to the CMO of the Big 12. He's a black dude. He's a cool guy.
Okay, legendary.
But the commissioner, he's a great guy also. I talked to them. I apologize to them.
That's real.
Because they don't even gotta allow me to be out there. So
That's
it's
real.
like let me make amends and let me apologize because I was tripping. I was out of line.
That was just an instant reaction. Another sideline incident that was legendary is Gilly the Kid.
Yeah.
Gilly got there, spiked the ball. What did he do that one time?
Oh, at Jackson State, yeah. Bro scored. He was running down the sideline with him. He scored, he gave him the ball, and he spiked it. We got a flag. And we like, bro, what is going on right now?
Yeah, really, though.
But no, them Jackson State days was, bro, that was magical, dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
We skipped over that. Can't forget them Jackson State days.
Yeah,
that was so real, right?
Yeah, that was really magical. And it's definitely surreal. And I miss them days, dog. Those days were special, for sure.
Yeah, to even get, Shador to go there, even to get Shiloh, to get Travis to go to that school, right? Because we know Jackson State is what people don't know is Jackson is not no regular place. That's the hood of hoods. You know what I'm saying? Like,
for sure.
It's predominantly black and real poverty. You didn't have no water at the time, right?
Yeah, they didn't. Yeah. But they, football-wise and even school-wise, they have a very rich tradition.
Yeah.
So that Jackson State shit is really in their blood. Like, it's – and that's how it's supposed to be. Mm-hmm. Like, that's how people rep the Ohio States to this or that. And Jackson State is up there with them. Legendary. Jackson State's a big dog. It's a legendary school. You got some of the greatest NFL players ever came through Jackson State. So, but it was just – it was surreal, and it was needed. It was needed for us to go there. It was needed for Shador to go there as part of his journey, because those kids was dogs. As you could see, the kids that we brought to Colorado from Jackson State, they were the best. They all conference. So it's like them schools got people that could do it now, better than a lot of these schools. They just were overlooked. But
I like how he's putting some respect on Jackson State. The supporters, the fans there, the community. I like how he put that respect on it. Like, it was a rough financial circumstances, but the way they believe in that team, support that team, is the same support that you would get if it was Ohio State. So I'm glad he was able to put some respect on them, and he's going to speak about it more, the type of players and how these players get these players get some good tape out and then they end up at bigger programs. So let's get it.
It shaped Shador's mentality. When we play Arizona State and they see Shador grab somebody's mouthpiece and throw it in the stand, or they just see the dog that Shador is.
For sure.
It's like, don't get me wrong, his life shaped that, but Jackson State shaped that too. And all them HBCUs, the SWAC, playing those type of kids where they getting in your face and there's some real gritty shit going on. And you really got to become like, bro, you got me. You know, you got to really become a dog. Like, that was Shador mentality. Like, when Travis got hit on the sideline and nobody else stood up for him when we played Colorado State. But Shador run all the way down the field and push, bro, and get in his face.
Right.
That's that Jackson State shit. Like, that should grow you. That should mature you, and it teaches you how to be a man. You know? So
that whole transition of the HBCUs that happened because you guys went there, you know, people skipped over that too, what that did for that whole, you know, conference basically, right? That put a super light on that conference still to this day. That they get more light. They had like a combines just for them too, right?
Oh, yes, sir.
That was something new.
Yes,
and you got monsters down there that need to be seen.
Oh, very much so. Bro, a lot of those kids from that year, that team, like the first game we played TCU, one of our starting linemen was at Jackson State, was starting for TCU. Like, a lot of those kids, one of them went to A&M, one of them went here. It was a ton of talent on that team, bro. Yeah. Yeah, it was. Yeah, they got a lot of dogs there.
For sure.
I like how Bucky is breaking this down. And I like how Mr. Organic is letting him explain it so it can't be clipped up and his words can't be twisted. That's a skill, because sometimes when people interview people, a person can kind of chime in too much and not let you finish your thought, not let you get your whole point out, and it could be clipped and it could be, you know, kind of make you look crazy. So even though he is doing this clip style, that's cool. Get it how you live. He's letting Bucky speak, and I like it.